Hello, gentle viewers. This is Indian welcoming you to Out of the Park Baseball 21 with the Pittsburgh Pirates, a tour through history. Last season was, I can conservatively say, a pretty good one. We claimed a world championship, and indeed, we've won 2 world championships in 3 seasons. And we won 5 consecutive National League pennants, which I believe is a record. No, the Browns have us beat in the AL by quite a bit. We do have the most pennants in National League history, which is saying something. At least most consecutive. We did real good. But we could do better. And I think this has to be the season where we start making some improvements. Because if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. I've always believed that. And I'm actually somewhat concerned about our future in a couple of key areas. Let's remind ourselves what went well. And what went well is holy fuck Joe Tinker, who has led the league in WAR for the second consecutive year. He's worth 10 wins. Partly because of his redonkulous defense, but he was also an amazing hitter. This is peak dead ball era performance, my friends. An excellent hitter who also plays amazing defense and adds value on the bases. Frank Chance was almost as good. He led the league in walks and on base percentage, and runs scored and plate appearances. That's real damn good. And if he still runs too much, I'm not going to give him too much guff, especially since he was an amazing first baseman. Then we have Jimmy Sheckard, who put together the best season of his career, at least in terms of a few areas. Like, overall, he's never contributed 8 wins. That's how good he was. And he basically just did the same thing he did the previous season, but he got better at stealing bases, drew a bunch more walks, and honestly just stayed healthy. And then we can see here he was a much better than average right fielder. Jimmy Williams somewhat declined, but also led the league in triples and at-bats. And RBI, but I don't really care about that one. So I'm going to take this every day of the week. And again, provided decent defense, although he's starting to lose it a bit. Kip Selbach. Good old Kip. In a season in which we set all sorts of offensive plateaus, I think we need to start looking for his long-term replacement. I think of all the players that have succeeded for the Pirates, he is the most expendable. Larry Mclean, his offense wasn't as productive, but he still played a pretty mean catcher, throwing out nearly 50% of base runners and guiding this pitching staff. So I'm definitely down with that. And then Armbruster was fine, I guess. I'm not super enthused by him, but he also got the job done. He had an on-base percentage 100 points better than his average, which is pretty great. So I think he still has a bit more to offer us. And then Ed Greninger was just okay. We did lose, for an extended period of time, one Mr. Bobby Lowe again. And he had a great season, too. This man had just decided he's just not going to age anymore. Which I guess is fine with me. How long have I been leading the Pirates? Since 1901. He was actually one of my first pickups. I won the World Series here, too. Just acknowledge it. I have won Manager of the Year 4 consecutive seasons, and I bet we make it a 5th. So suck on that, Lip Pike. But I mean, this is a team dominated by its pitching staff. And we got one hell of a performance from Doc White again, who again led the league in wins and starts and innings pitched and WAR. Roy Evans was nearly as good. This trade worked out really well for us this season. And he turned in the best season of his career. Now, is that going to happen every year? Of course not, but I'm going to take what I can get. And Harry McIntyre, in his second full season, may not win Rookie of the Year, because he's already done that. But he was still excellent. He was still a top-notch starter, and I think that he is an excellent piece to the puzzle. Jake Weimer got converted into a reliever most of the way through the season, and I think he did just fine. And, yeah. I'm excited to see what this offseason has in store for us. Ah, right. I didn't mean to click there. I meant to click on MVP, but we'll figure it out. Alright, Gold Glove. White, Mclean, and Chance. And Sheckard. Somehow George McBride won the Gold Glove. I think I should have gone to Tinker, personally. Chance, Williams, Lowe, and Sheckard, and Selbach all won Silver Sluggers. I was Manager of the Year again. Doc White won the Cy Young again. Does Joe Tinker get MVP? No. Frank Chance got it. What? Like, what? I mean, Tinker did finish in third, and Doc White still got 2 first-place votes. I don't see why so many people like Chance over the other options. Huh. I'm not gonna criticize it. I think he did a great job. I'm just not sure why Tinker didn't get it. Unless it's just, yeah, Tinker may have had a good season, but he only had a 770 or 737 OPS. And to be fair, he was only 0.2 of a win better than Chance. So, Chance was the better hitter of the two. I don't think there's too much disputing that. But I'll take it. An outstanding season for us, to be sure. Do I have any coaching things to worry about? I do. I need a new rookie ball manager. Jack Manning. Be my manager. Let's check out the Hall of Fame. Al Atkinson. Yes, please. That is a damn fine pitcher, despite the fact he also had 300 losses. But I'm going to give it to him. Buck Ewing is the greatest catcher in Major League history, if memory serves. Oh, excuse me. Not quite. He's only the 3rd best catcher. Easy layup choice, though. That's a very easy choice. John Hofford, I don't think so. I think there's too many other really great pitchers to think about voting for you. Do I vote for Henry Larkin? He's borderline to me. And he's another one whose value comes a great deal from his defense. He was just a great accumulator who didn't have... Like, he had a nice peak from 88 to 892. And then a nice little spike in 86. I don't mind voting for him. We can toss a vote his way. Cannonball Morris, yes. And you know what? I'm going to vote for Emsley and Cyclone Jim. I think if you're 60 wins or above, it would take an awful lot for me not to vote for you. And I almost missed Gus Kroc, who I think also deserves it. Germany Smith. I don't know, guys. I don't know, my friends. Like, he's better than the average shortstop in the Hall of Fame, and that's great. But I don't know if that's good enough. Oh, that's right, I remember. Almost your entire value came from defense. I guess I can vote for him. I don't feel strongly enough against him to not vote for who looked like a pretty good shortstop. Sam Thompson, I kind of have to draw the line somewhere, but are you where I draw the line? You led the league in slugging a lot, and you have 149 home runs. Where does that rank all time? It ranks 5th. And we are early in baseball's history. It would be unfair to penalize you for that. Yeah, I'll vote for Sam Thompson, too. Look at those career numbers. 336, 383, 526. That's a gentleman with some power. All right. That's a nice big ballot. I don't expect all those guys to get voted in, but you never know. Delightful. Thank you, Jack Manning, for giving us someone to yell at people. All right. Tris Speaker, it was a Hall of Famer. As was Walter Johnson. What a top 2. Like, there are arguments to be made that they're among the very best to ever play their positions, respectively. I don't think Heine Zimmerman made the Hall. If he did, it was extremely close. I don't know if he made it or not, and it doesn't say. But, yeah, any idiot who tells you that Walter Johnson is anything other than number 2, at a minimum, is redonkulously stupid. He's a real good player, is Walter Johnson. As is Tris Speaker. Honestly, either of these players would be a wonderful addition. What did I just step on? I have not had Cheetos in like 3 weeks, and I just found one on the ground. So go in the garbage can with you, Mr. Cheeto. Okay. I obviously would be over the moon if I got either player, but I won't, so I'm not going to torment myself. I'm just going to take the best player available by the time I pick. All right. Is Tris Speaker going to join the Philadelphia Phillies? Which he did in real life, actually. He ended up getting traded, though, to the Cleveland... What were they at the time? I don't think there were the Naps yet. I think there were the Blues. No, they might have been the Naps. Oh, he started with Boston. That's what I was thinking of. He ended his career with Philadelphia. And Walter Johnson was a Washington Senator for his entire career, or pretty close to it. Yeah, his whole career. Who's going to get Speaker? Is it going to be Philly? Yes. Then I assume that Boston is going to end up taking Walter Johnson. They did. And now we can just go ahead and zip forward and see who's left when we get to pick. All right. So we're already at the part of where we're like, yeah, there's not much here. Fred Merkel is not a bad choice. Not a bad choice at all. He has uniquely high power. Now, he's actually most famous for making a mistake in the World Series in... Gosh, what year is it? It's in one of the teens, the 19 teens, that basically led them to let the other team to win the World Series. But, man, the lad's got some pop in his bat. And here is our issue right now, besides, annoyingly, not giving me my own damn scout's opinion. The issue is, of course, Frank Chance, the reigning MVP. Now, Mr. Chance is 30 years old, but he's done absolutely everything we've ever asked him to do. And he's been one of the best players in Major League Baseball. There's no disputing that. But he is 30. And he will eventually reach a point at which he is no longer of use to the Pittsburgh Pirates. So that is a definite consideration. Is, do I want a young player with an absolute ton of upside? Here are my other options. So I'm going to go ahead and instantly take all the pitchers out, because there's no reliever I feel strongly enough to grab. Danny Moeller. I do need a replacement for Kip Selbach. Moeller is not it. He's got good base plate discipline, and he's really fast. But he's also very error prone. And picking this late in the draft, beggars can't be choosers, but I can choose not to take him. And that's what I'm going to do. Flat out, Mueller's not good enough. John Kane is an interesting player, but he's got a noodle for an arm. Osborne is fine, I guess, but none of these players are really inspiring. I think we take Merkel, and we accept the fact that Merkel is probably going to be playing in the minors for 2 to 3 full seasons, and then we can see what we've got. This is very much a choice for the future, not a choice for the present. Jim Stevens is not a great hitter. Art Kruger is actually a better all-around outfielder. I'm going to go ahead and choose Art here. And then, is there any other interesting players left? No one's taken Elmer Steele, and it's a 3rd round. I'm going to take him, because why wouldn't I? And then I don't really care who else we take. I got what I wanted. I've gotten an interesting young player. Kruger could be starting on this team sooner rather than later, or at least playing on the bench. And I know we didn't have the best draft, but we also had pretty bad picks. I mean, Tris Speaker and Walter Johnson are 2 of the very best players to ever play the game. Easily top 5 at their respective positions, I would argue. Like, who would I consider at center field better than Speaker? Willie Mays for sure. I don't think there's any debating Willie Mays as number 1. Ken Griffey Jr. Was Ty Cobb center field, or was Ty Cobb right field? If Ty Cobb was a center fielder, then I would actually agree with... Yeah, okay. So I would say Cobb, Mays, Griffey, and then I think Speaker. And honestly, I'd probably put Speaker over Griffey if Griffey's my number 3. He was so good over his entire career. You can make arguments for other people. Like, I can see an argument for Mickey Mantle. He was pretty damn good. But I don't see Speaker falling any lower than number 4. In my opinion. If we look at his actual stats in real life, for those of you that may not be aware, he was real damn good. Look at that. Almost 200 wins over replacement. Well over 160. I'm not just saying this because I love Cleveland. I'm saying because he was legitimately one of the very best to play the position. I'll give you Mays. Without hesitation. Mays was better. May as well be the best center fielder to ever play Major League Baseball in the history of the game. But yeah. Share your own thoughts. Maybe you're thinking of a center fielder that I'm not. But I definitely think it has to be Mays, Cobb, and then probably Speaker. And I'm only putting Cobb above Speaker because of Cobb was the all-time hit leader until Pete Rose broke the record. But, yeah, he was a real good baseball player. He was good at it. Patsy Flaherty, you're now something I don't need anymore. I could definitely upgrade. The question is, which of these upgrades, if any, are worth it? I could get Ollie back. Yikes. I'm going to hang on to Flaherty until I have a definite need. Because right now, none of these players are so inspiring to me that I want to acquire them for my own self. No one important. Whose contracts are coming up? Who's my backup catcher? And are they any good? Okay, Karrasch is my backup catcher. How good is Art Weaver? He's terrible. Okay, these players were all actually terrible. Alright. Hall of Fame voting results. Who made it? Ewing, Atkinson, Thompson, Morris, and the only Nolan. Why? I genuinely don't understand. I do not understand. Like, not only did he get elected, he got elected with a giant total of the vote. And I just don't see it. Was he secretly, like, the best hitter in Major League history, and I'm just missing that part of it? No, he was fine, and that was it. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Nothing at this pitch in this picture says this is a Hall of Famer. He didn't pitch enough innings. The man had 3 awards his entire career. Why is this a Hall of Famer? I honestly do not know and never will know. The voters fucked that one up. I think that's the only answer to that question. I was pro Ed Morris, right? Yeah, Ed Morris is great. I have no issues with him. Thompson is fine. Buck Ewing is fine. Atkinson was phenomenal. I happily vote for everyone, but this will forever mystify me. Can I kick him out? I can't. I'd have to use commissioner mode. I don't care that much. But I do care a lot. that he got in. And the owners who voted for him should feel ashamed of themselves. That is my opinion. Alright. We're going to send him to preseason. Thank you for raising my budget that I can't spend on anything. I appreciate that. Roy Evans got better. Of all the things that I thought would happen this offseason, that wasn't it. Alright. Oh my gosh. Only my scout, no one else. Alright, I'm going to put Steele on the spring training roster. And that's probably it. Like, he definitely makes the roster unless he gets injured or something during spring training. I think there's no disputing that. Everyone else, I think, just stays in the minors and gets a little bit better. My man Alan the Stork is maybe a player that if, like, Frank Chance got hurt, I would call up, but... Now, of course, they've probably cursed my team by saying if, but, you know, it's whatever. Give me all the pitchers. We're going to go to a 4-man rotation for spring training so that McIntyre gets a spot. Lineups, hook me up. You have way more faith in Armbruster than I do, but we'll see how he works out in spring training. Don't go ahead another week. I knew we weren't going to get out of spring training with at least one injury. That's just not a thing that happens anymore. Interesting. Yeah, alright. So we're going to go ahead and put Duffy on the disabled list. I think that's fine. I have 11 pitchers. I don't need 11. Especially when Patsy Flaherty is not good. Like, I was struggling to think of a different way to put that, but the truth is he's just not good. For a decent outfielder, I would actually flip Weimer. I would actually flip Weimer and Flaherty for the right outfielder. I want a good young outfielder who can potentially replace what's his face in the future. And Flaherty. And I didn't actually pick what I wanted to pick, which was outfielders. All right, so we got Pop Foster. Very, very good hitter. Here's the thing. I don't have to trade them. I don't. There's nothing obligating me to trade either of these players. And yes, Flaherty is the worst pitcher on the team, but it's not by as much as you'd think. And I can easily say demote Frank Morrissey. Mr. Steele, you made the roster. Congratulations. I got to get rid of 3 hitters. Beecher's got to be one of them. And I think Rickard is the other one. Shit, I still got to get one more outfielder. I have too many outfielders. Harry Bay can actually play center. Clark is only a power bat, nothing else. I'm going to let Mr. Clark go. No, he's a little too expensive. I don't want to punt on that. It's not like he's useless off the bench. Yeah, I think De La Hanty. Someone else can take over your contract if they think you're worth playing. So here is our starting roster. I like it. And the only thing I like more is advancing to opening day so I can set this roster the way I'd like it. Doc White got a tiny bit worse. Steele's about the same. McIntyre got worse. Evans got a shade worse. Mclean is getting to be a better and better hitter. Chance's contact is going up, which is pretty hilarious. Joe Tinker's contact got a lot higher. Selbach got a little better. Armbruster is roughly the same. Actually, he's actually quite a bit worse. I don't know why, though. Something's going on here. Because his value just plummeted, and I don't see why. When the only thing he lost was a tiny bit of power. Unless it's just he didn't improve enough, maybe. I don't know. Alan Stork is apparently playing a bunch of second. Good for him. And I'm going to hit read all. Do I have a top 100 prospect? I sure don't. I'm not bothered by that. Those are all some amazing players. All right. Pitching. Nuke the staff. 3-man rotation. It's going to be Doc White. Give me pitching ratings, please. That's going to be Evans and McIntyre. I think this is the best rotation for us. Weimer, you're going to be the emergency starter long man. And then I want to look at all relievers. Caldwell is still the best. Caldwell, you can be my stopper, and you can come in the 8th inning. And everyone else does middle relief. Lineups, definitely fixing these. All right. I think Sheckard is still my number 3. And I think Chance is still my number 1. Now, the real question is who becomes my number 2 hitter? And that is a harder question than it sounds. I know the game is like, put an Armbruster. I love his ability to draw walks, but he has no other offensive skills. I'm not going to bat him second. I think it's Joe Tinker. I think we're going to go Chance to Tinker to Sheckard. It's going to be our top 3. I know that Tinker is hitting for a lot of empty batting averages. He's not doing great at drawing walks, but he's getting on base consistently. He's advancing runners, and he is hitting for a decent power. I think Jimmy Williams as cleanup is good. Until Selbach melts down, he's going to be my 5th place hitter. Then I think Lowe. Then Armbruster. Then Mclean. Go ahead and give me the depth chart. I am fine with this depth chart. Sounds good. And I'm going to go ahead and paste these in. We're kind of in autopilot right now. There's just not a lot we can do to make this team better, other than just see what happens. I have pieces to trade, for sure. If I need to. I'm over the moon. It wouldn't be a season with the Pirates without Bobby Lowe getting hurt, though. I'm just going to send you to the minors. If you don't want to be demoted, I'm just going to cut you. You're someone else's problem now. Of course he is. Out for 7 weeks. Oh, dear. You can't really play third. Where'd McCormick go? Oh, is McCormick hurt? He might be hurt. Do I want to call up Stork just for a good backup first baseman? It seems like a waste of a roster spot. Oh, McCormick is on the roster. That's right, because I didn't send him back down. I guess I'll call up Stork just for the sake of having another player on the roster. But I mean, Greninger just gets promoted to starting third base. And then give me a depth chart. And give me a depth chart. The only other thing I might do is I might actually trade for a third baseman. Let's see how this first piece of the season goes. Boston is off to a heck of a start. No big changes. Mclean is continuing to improve as a hitter. Alan Stork is very storky. Mike McCormick got a bit better. No big shocks. Fred Merkel got a fair bit better. I'm not going to rush him, but he might be an interesting player to concern ourselves with in the near future. No big shocking changes. McCormick's getting better, which is good to see. Selbach hasn't gotten worse yet. He keeps pushing it off. Five hits for Sheckard. Ed De La Hanty got his 3,000th hit, which is pretty exciting. How's the team looking this season? It's looking very, very good. Power's a big issue for us, though. And I think Joe Tinker is on a bit of a downswing. He's not hitting enough to be my second place hitter. But I also don't know who is, which is, I guess, the biggest issue. Nobody here is screaming to me, I am worthy of the second hitter spot. I guess I'll just not break up a good thing and just hope that everyone else can continue to carry on. Pitching looks great. Everything looks great. I say onward and upward. I can get Bobby Lowe back. I just lost Roy Evans for 4 weeks, so that is fine. Weimer, you're going to fill in for Mr. Evans. And unless Greninger is killing baseballs, which he's not, Bobby Lowe is back in. And then give me some depth charts. Give me some depth charts. Give me some depth charts every day. Let us proceed. I don't care if you're unhappy. I'm winning, like, a lot. So you can STFU. Evans and White and Caldwell and Mclean and Chance and Williams and Sheckard. Yeah. Hey, Larry McLean's first All-Star appearance. Oh, it's actually his third. Wow, I feel silly. Good on you, my friend. Good on you. Walter Johnson's already playing amazingly, which is no shock to anybody. Alright, read them all. Contracts, personnel, bring them all back. Right. I'm going to keep my assistant GM. Oh, he's grumpy because he probably wants to be an actual GM. That's fine. John Tilley, you have helped me put together one of the best offensive staffs in the majors. Come on back now. I'm terrified of actually getting a worse team trainer. So I'm going to sign you up, and then we've got ourselves a new assistant GM to pick up next season. Oh, look, Armbruster's out for 3 weeks. I'm just going to let the game figure it out. I'm not going to stop the sim just yet. Maybe I ought to. Oh, great. He's going to get back early. You love to see it. All right, we get Roy Evans back. Obviously, you bring him back. You don't hesitate. Because he's Roy freaking Evans. And Weimer goes back to emergency starter, long reliever. Weimer's probably like, God damn it, I just pitched an outstanding game and you're telling me I'm back on the bench. Them is the breaks, my friends. That's fine. You are offering me not very good players. I shall decline. I would like an upgrade at center. I think I know enough about Armbruster now to realize that he's not the solution to any of my problems. I'm going to package Weimer and Flaherty. And I'm going to try to get the very best center fielder I can. Oh, right. I have to pick one. I'm going to pick Weimer. I'm going to hit shop. And then I'm going to add Flaherty. And I'll even look at veterans. For a major upgrade at center field, I will do it. Harry Blake, you're a tremendous right fielder. I don't need you. Not when Jimmy Sheckard exists. Jimmy Slagle, you're overrated. I don't see you being a useful piece to my team. How about center field specifically? You're not doing it for me, Chief. You're not doing it for me. Is there a top quality center fielder on the trading block? Batters, please. Ty fucking Cobb is on the trading block. Okay. Why? Alright, I'm going to start the bidding with Fred Merkel. Oh, I can't trade him, can I? That's right. What if I start with Frank Chance? Nobody will do it. Okay, that's fair. What if I say Weimer and Chance? No. Okay. You know what? I don't have the horses to bring in Ty Cobb, but my lord, I would if I could. There's very little I would not give up for Mr. Cobb. But alas, I don't have anything you want enough. Okay, don't even talk to me if their center field defense is not at least a 50. Again, Slagle. Is he better than Armbruster, though? I'm just not convinced that he is. Like, Armbruster can't hit either. I mean, is Freddie Parent secretly an amazing center fielder? He's a pretty decent one. But yeah, I'm just not convinced. I think I'd rather have Armbruster's 230 average than anything that anyone else can give me. Tinker's really not hitting great, but he's still putting up a ton of value because of how highly valued shortstops are in this era. Even though he's frankly not a very good hitter this season. We have 9 home runs as a team. Armbruster's got 2 of them. Lowe's got 1. Do I just bite the bullet and swap Tinker and Armbruster? Like, if we look at on-base percentage on the team, among starters, Armbruster is 4th. Tinker is last among the starters. I'm going to do it. I love you, my boy, Mr. Tinker, and I'm certainly not going to send you anywhere. But I think that is my offseat. That is my move. And that's my only move. Is it a mistake? Maybe. But I am willing to ride it out and see what happens. Why would you even put a player of Ty Cobb's magnitude on the trading block? I don't get it. I really, truly don't get it. All right. Any big changes here. Evans is losing velocity. This is a gigantic warning sign that I'm glad that we didn't trade Weimer, because Evans is not going to be long for this league. Merkel keeps getting better. You're making a difficult decision for me, and I love it. I adore it. Let us keep going till the end of the regular season. Alright. Evans, you're injured. You're done. Weimer, you're in. And here's where you probably tell me, but you should have taken me out of the rotation. Maybe. I don't like how squirrely the Cubs are getting. Oh, Shoeless Joe. Home Run Baker. What a combo. That is Home Run Baker, right? Yeah. Yeah. This is a much tighter race than I thought it would be. We need to play better, my friends. Okay, injuring my catcher is not going to help. I'm going to tell you that right now. That's a major jerk move, game. Let's go ahead and put Duran as the backup, I guess. Because someone has to do it. And Duran. We did it again. Ever so slightly. But we did it again. We just narrowly made the playoffs this season. The Cubs gave us a fight. I almost wish we were playing the Cubs, because I think that'd be a more entertaining World Series. But it is the cursed St. Louis Browns who haunted us. So maybe it's time for us to prove our mettle. And we're going to do some day simming. Alright. Doc, you haven't pitched in 3 days. It is a 7-game series, though. I'll tell you what, we'll get creative if we need to. That's all I can say about that. Alright. St. Louis won the game in 12 innings. I didn't anticipate that. We clobber them behind McIntyre. Doc White got her done. Weimer did it again. Although it wasn't actually him. Because he was out in the 14th inning. Yikes. Whoa. Damn, son. We are busting our butts. Alright, losing Kip Selbach is a mean trick, but alright. I mean, I can get Roy Evans back, but I can't actually pitch him in the postseason, I don't think. Doc, I'm putting the ball in your hands. Bring us home. You did it. You absolute unit. Look at that. Shutout. Only 2 runs allowed. Neither one of them are earned. Mwah. You magnificent bastard. Another world championship, and it feels so damn good. $104 wins. Our fourth. Ooh, I even achieved a dynasty. You're damn right I did. That's 3 World Series in 4 years. Who's retiring? Fred Clark. Well, good for you, Fred. Frankly, I'm insulted. I don't have a contract for 30 years and $5 million a year, but I'll take it. Holy shit, I've got the best prospect in the majors. Nice. And I'm in no rush to push him out the door either. I have to check. Did I finally put that absolute jerk Emmanuel Pike in his place? Managers. Most wins. Suck it. Most championships. We're tied. Is Pike retired as a manager? Oh. Oh, yeah. Suck it. And that puts me almost 1,000 wins above Bub McAfee. Or McAtee, maybe. I am the greatest. Love me. I just need one more world title. That's what I need. I must prove my dominance over my bitter rival once and for all. And maybe, just maybe, this will be the season I do it. How long have I managed the Pirates at this point? It has been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 World Series. Or 7 appearances. Okay. Cool story, bro. I don't know who John E. Sullivan even is. You just like showed up. Like, who are you, dude? I didn't sign you, did I? Wait, you retired from professional baseball. Why are you on my list? I do want to release these guys because they both retired. What the heck, game? Let's talk about who did well. Oh, Joe Tinker. This is pure position adjustment. And you'll never convince me otherwise. Because that's the only thing he's doing well is playing shortstop. He's playing it phenomenally well. But yeah, this is... because his bat is nothing special this season. Frank Chance had a bit of a backslide. Not a big one, but a small one. He did still lead the league in runs, at bats, and plate appearances. He just didn't league in on-base percentage. Jimmy Williams had another excellent season, as did Jimmy Sheckard. Led the league in ribbies. I mean, that's not that important, but it's still nice. Harry, I think you're okay. I think we'll do all right with you. And even if I know that I could probably do better at center field, I don't think that enough to replace you. I think Father Time has finally told Bobby Lowe it's time to retire. So I don't think I keep him. I think he's done. Which is a shame, but... I mean, Greninger was fine. I can let him be my starting third baseman next year, maybe. But we do need a new third baseman. Was this about the pitchers again? Did the pitchers just carry the team on their backs? Even like Doc White's WAR went down a bit. Like he didn't even lead the league. What a loser. I'm kidding. But Harry McIntyre was almost as good, as was Roy Evans. And Jake Weimer makes for a very fine additional starter in case people get hurt. We just had enough depth to absorb injuries that our other opponents simply could not. I doubt we win Cy Young or MVP this year. I don't know that we would deserve either one of them. Gold Glove, not for Tinker, but for Chance and for White. Silver Slugger, second, and right. I won Manager of the Year again, and Doc White did indeed win himself another Cy Young Award. Walter Johnson was better. I mean, maybe it's because he didn't throw as many starts, but Walter Johnson was better. Are people doing like 4-man rotations? Let's look at the Cubs. People are genuinely doing 4-man rotations at this point, which is very unusual. I don't think there were 4-man rotations at this point in Major League history. Interesting. Very interesting. Or it could just be we have it set that way for upcoming spring training. Who knows? But I didn't win MVP, nor did any of my players really deserve it. I'm fine with Mike Smith winning MVP. He had a pretty good year. Pretty good year. That is so intriguing. I don't think in real life that they went to 4-man rotations this early. Are you in fact happy, Mr. Townsend? I'm not giving you those players. I don't mind trading Stork for the right player, though. I've developed him. I don't need him. I think he is a worthy player to trade. I would like all batters, please. Rookie or prospects in particular. Alright, I could get me a Bill Abstein. I don't know why I would. No. I'll take Bill Shipke. Oh, I need third baseman. I can't afford not to have one. Let's get ourselves a new assistant GM. And I want somebody who has very high dev preference. Like, I don't know how the assistant GM actually affects things, but I like his trading preference. So I think he could be a top-notch dude. Welcome to the team. Hall of Fame voting. What do we have here? I will keep my 5. Did anyone else join? Pete Browning is going to get a lot of votes, even though I don't think he deserves them. Like, he is a phenomenal hitter, but he was an absolute dumpster fire of a third baseman. Like, he cost his team not 1 win, not 10 wins, but 60 wins. That's how bad he was defensively. And that in terms of wins above replacement, he was basically... He should have been like 80 plus wins, and he wasn't. But damn if he wasn't an amazing hitter. I don't know that I can vote for that. If he gets in, I won't be sad, but I don't think I can vote for him. I think he's a bit too mediocre. Ben Sanders, yes. And I don't really see anybody else here that I'm going to definitely vote for. Do I vote for Browning, though? He was such an incredible hitter and such a god-awful fielder that I don't know if they cancel each other out or not. Like, this is a Hall of Fame batting line. But the man could not play defense. He just couldn't. Like, I struggle to justify somebody being that great in the field, being such a bad fielder, but they didn't move him to another position. That's just, I don't think I can vote for him. I think this is my ballot as is. And if Browning makes it, he makes it. But if he doesn't, that's fine too. Do I go 4-man rotation? You know what I bet they do? Do you guys do most rested? You do strict order. Intriguing. I mean, you do have Cannonball Titcomb. That's not nothing. I just don't get it. I don't get why you'd go to a 4-man rotation at this point in Major League history. I just don't. What a strange decision. Like, if it's going to keep giving me an unfair advantage because I've got pitchers who make 50 starts each that are all amazing, I'm going to do it. If I had my phone, I would look it up, but I don't. I think my phone is either being charged or it's in the bathroom or something. Yeah, Shoeless Joe and Home Run Baker and Smokey Joe Wood. Let's not criticize him. I'm not gonna get any of those guys, but it is cool that they're there. Hippo Vaughn, Rube Marquard. This is a real murderer's row of pitchers that all made the Hall of Fame. Even Gavy Kravoth, I think, might have made the Hall of Fame. Maybe? I genuinely don't remember, but I'm pretty sure that they did. Pretty sure. Game. Thank you. We really like Donnie Bush, too. Huh. Alright. What do we got here? There's a decent amount of talent here. Alright. Jack Barry is not coming to this team. I'm very much in favor of drafting replacements, but Joe Tinker has done nothing to prove that he doesn't deserve to stay my shortstop. I don't really need another first baseman. Amos Strunk. You're my guy. And I'm going to let you develop nice and slow so that when you're ready, you're going to hit the league like gangbusters. I will need to replace Jimmy Williams one day. And I think my pal Buck can be that guy. Maybe. Pat Donahue, I wouldn't object at all to a better backup catcher. And then I don't care about the rest of it. This was a really tremendous future draft. I think we did a great job of capitalizing on what we needed the most. And I think if we take the time to just let them figure out their lives, I think we'll enjoy a better result down the road. Rule 5 draft. I don't care. How did Merkel do his first season in the minors? Pretty good. I feel confident in saying he did okay. Yep. Okay is how he did. I would take an interesting outfielder if there is one. But there isn't one. There's just real bad players. Okay, that's fine. Alright, Hall of Fame voting season is over. Did Browning make it? He didn't. Did I miss Dave Orr? No, I just overlooked him. He did get 3,000 hits. I don't begrudge him his spot in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, I guess that was a miss on my part. I should have voted for him. I just didn't see him. Did I vote for you? I feel like I didn't vote for you. But I'm not entirely sure why I didn't. Meh. I'm not too fussed. Because Dave Orr was a real damn good player. Didn't I pick him for Boston? Can I claim credit for this one? Let's see. 1883. What team was I managing? Nope, I don't get credit for him. Oh well. Nice. I've won 6 world championships. All I need is for you jerks to cooperate and let me win my 7th. Absolutely not. No. Try again, mate. You can mess with my draft budget as much as you like. It's not going to change anything. Ouch. Damn, McIntyre's throwing harder. I like it. I am perfect, to be perfectly honest, I am completely content to just leave the roster as it is for spring training. I don't see any real benefit to messing with it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to leave it as is. Evans, maybe. Oh, I didn't put Evans back in the rotation, did I? That's fine. I could go 4-man, but why would I? Like, my formula is working for me. Why mess with a good thing? Alright. But I need to get off the roster. You need to get one player off the roster. First of all, Roy Evans, you're back in the rotation. Weimer, you are emergency starter, long reliever. But I keep a close eye on Evans, and if he messes up, he's gone. I don't want Duran on the roster. And I'm done. I am going to go ahead and start Greninger this year. I'm not even going to let Lowe start because of how bad he was. Lowe can back up, though. And then Mr. Mclean, you're back as the starter, and Karish is back as the backup. And here we go. And generate. Done. All right, on to opening day. Oh, well. Okay, 2 weeks for Roy Evans. That is fine, because that's what Jake Weimer is for. You can just be the middle reliever, I guess. I don't really care what you do. Keep simming. All right, Chance's contact is starting to slip. He's getting to be in the area where we need to start thinking very seriously about his future. Especially because Merkel just keeps getting better. Like, we're almost holding him hostage right now. Well, let's see what happens. Okay, we can get Roy Evans back. That's wonderful news. You're going to get your rotation spot right back. And now Roy Evans is hurt again. Alright, maybe it's time to shift him more into the emergency starter role. Because it's pretty clear he can't handle it, right? Pretty clear that he can't handle the job anymore. Sheckard was hitter of the month, because of course he was. Mclean's getting better at contact. Tinker's decline continues. Okay. All right, 3 weeks for Greninger, because hey, that's how we do. That's how we do games for the Pirates. We get injured. And I don't really have a third baseman. I could maybe have Herzog play third, but I don't want to waste him. How about Shipke? Yeah, we'll call up Shipke. And I'm going to go ahead and let McCormick start at third. And then Bobby Lowe is just not good enough anymore. You want to do that? You want to play Shipke and McCormick about the same? Go for it. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. I am going to trade Bobby Lowe, though. Because other than coming in off the bench as a really great pinch hitter, maybe I should keep him. You know what? Maybe I will. Alright, no. You're not getting Merkel. Maybe I'll consider you for Frank Chance when I get ready to move on from him. Alright, Armbruster, your injury was singularly ill-timed. Because Strunk isn't ready. I guess Bay plays center. Which is not great news, because I don't really trust Bay. I don't want a third catcher. I'm going to activate Clark as a backup center fielder. And then I do need to call up some kind of pitcher. Abels, sure. I'm just going to go ahead and let Harry Bay play center. Is there a good backup? Who should my number 2 hitter be now? I guess Mclean, maybe. Mclean is hitting really well this season. I'm going to give him a shot. Because I don't trust Harry Bay. Not yet. So there you go, Mclean. Off you go. Okay, we got Greninger back. That's great news. Shipkey back to the minors. Greninger back to the majors. Wonder why my third baseman always get injured. I wonder what it is about that particular position. I don't know. I do not know. Generate. And up to the All-Star game, please and thank you. Who made it? White made the All-Star team, as did Caldwell, as did Mclean and Chance, and Williams, and Sheckard, and Tinker. Nice. Good stuff, compadres. Good stuff. Who was the leading vote winner? It was Jimmy Sheckard. Interesting. All right. God damn it, Mclean. That is not... Did you get suspended during the All-Star game? Okay, you didn't. All right. I don't love it, but fine. I'm not going to bring in a nationally popular player. They don't grow on bloody trees. Like, seriously, bro. I'm definitely going to keep... Unless Egler has significantly improved. No, most of my pitching staff would hate you. So you're going to stick around. And you're going to stick around. And you're going to stick around, I hope. Great. Everybody's happy. Alright, we got Doc White getting better. Chance has already started slipping. Merkel is so good right now. Here's the thing. If we do trade Chance, would we get a king's ransom for him? That is not a good deal. Stop talking. I'm going to trade Roy Evans right now. Weimer has been perfectly fine. Evans is would arguably be better. But Weimer has been perfectly fine. No, I think we do bring Evans back. I'm just not convinced. I'm not convinced, especially because Weimer keeps getting worse, that Evans isn't actually the better pitcher. Until Evans plays his way out of the rotation spot, I think Evans stays in the rotation. Armbruster will be back in a couple of days. That's lovely. Lefty Houts, you're gone. And then Bay, unless you've been killing it, which you haven't been, Armbruster is back in the lineup. And then Armbruster, and then you're gonna go ahead and generate me a new depth chart. How is Chance doing this season? He's doing okay. He definitely continues to be a very useful player. Could Merkel play the outfield? Probably not. But I also don't see a rush to call him up either. All right. Fred is untouchable. Please stop asking for him. All right. And then we're going to go up to August. I'm not going to trade anyone this season. Maybe that's a mistake, but maybe it's not. Man, Joe Tinker. You're a real guy. I want to be a real boy. Amos Strunk is looking good. Yeah, good work, Roy Evans. Let's sim to the end of August. All right. Roy, you just don't want to stay healthy, do you? Do I have another starting pitcher on this roster? Do I have someone who could be a starter? I don't believe that I do. I mean, I have Patsy Flaherty, but surely I have some other pitcher with really good stamina. I have Mr. Orth. Flaherty's still better. I'm going to make Flaherty into the emergency starter long reliever. And I think we need to prioritize getting at least one more starting pitcher. I think that's just where we are right now. Maybe we'll get one in the next draft. Who knows? Chanson McIntyre. Very nice. Good stuff all around. And we clinched another division title. But the Browns are arguably just as scary this year. This is going to be a dogfight. This is going to be a real dogfight. I don't actually know who will win this season. What was I going to look at? Oh, right. How did the team do this season? Who was our leader? Joe Tinker again. It's almost like they're going to make him like the best shortstop in Major League history. I think you're just maybe giving him too much credit for being a really good fielder, but I guess I can't complain too much. He's the inverse of Pete Browning, right? He's being carried by his glove and a superficial ability to hit for a decent average. And steal the base a lot and then get caught even more frequently. Chance turned in another great season, led the league in on base and walks and runs. Jimmy Sheckard, we don't deserve you. You have consistently been one of the best hitters in the major leagues. And you've never even gotten an MVP to show for it. You're Rookie of the Year, true. A 6-time Silver Slugger, 8-time All-Star. You've had one heck of a career so far. And yet, you still seem underrated. Larry Mclean had a nice little breakout season. You're my guy. Greninger was good when he was healthy. Jimmy Williams is starting to decline. Not anytime soon, I don't think, but we definitely need to think about a replacement for him. Harry was good. And Kip was not. Kip Selbach really bottomed out this season. So we're going to need to upgrade there and maybe at second base when the opportunity provides itself. Pitching, was it Doc White again? You know it was. I know what I was going to check. Do the Browns have a 3-man rotation? They do. They sure do. But it looks like they used to have a 4-man rotation. And that at one point, that was how they were playing the game, is that they had a 4-man rotation. The Browns won the first game. And the second game. I don't like the way this is starting. Oh, you injured Jimmy Williams. That was very mean. I don't think this is going to be my 7th world title. It's not. We decided not to hit again. Yeah, Chance, Tinker, Jimmy Williams, Larry Mclean, all of them did really badly. I mean, I'm not that really fussed by it. The Browns were an amazing team this year too. I don't begrudge you your victory. Why? Oh, Ed Stein retired. Who's Ed Stein? I think you were dismissed from the Pirates before I even took over. You were traded in 1900. Okay. So what the heck does that mean? Was it my team yet? I don't believe that it was yet. Yeah, I was still with the Phillies when you got traded. Sorry, bro. I'm not too fussed by not winning the World Series this year. And I think we have genuine holes that need to be repaired. In particular, it would help if I had my own team. Left field, third base. Both need to be fixed. I could use another starter. And this may be the season I trade Frank Chance. This offseason. I mean, he's been so damn good for so damn long. He's arguably a Hall of Famer right now. Arguably. And he's not even 32 yet. No, tell a lie, he is 32, but he turned 32 after the season. Man. Merkel is so damn good, though. I can't hold him hostage. And if I trade him, I'm gonna regret it. But I have Frank Chance. I can't really put you anywhere else in the infield. You're not good enough for that. But I can't move Chance either. I wish I had a designated hitter. That would be a much easier decision. I could have him try to learn left field in spring training and see how that works for him. I've heard dumber ideas, but not many. I'm going to have a good hard think about this before I make any other determinations. How do we make this team better? Do I trade Chance in an effort to reload the team? Because here's the thing. As awesome as Chance has been as a leadoff hitter, I think Armbruster could probably manage it too. I just don't know. I really don't know what I should do in this situation. I'm over the moon with Merkel's raw potential, though. Like, he is the quintessential heart of the order hitter. And eventually Sheckard's going to get old. I mean, that's how getting old works. I could make Selbach a leadoff guy. I'm not going to decide this right now. I'm going to sit and I'm going to think about it. I have Herzog. If Herzog can keep playing second base at a decent clip, I think he'll be a worthy successor to Jimmy Williams. At some point. But maybe not right now. Damn. Do let me know in the comments down below. Do we trade Frank Chance? Do we try to make Fred Merkel play left field? What do we do about Jimmy Williams? What do we do about superstar Pat Donahue, who's just come out of nowhere? I mean, holy shit, he was an amazing hitter. Is this another problem-ish that I've created for myself? I don't know the answer to any of these questions. But I do know that we definitely need some reinforcements if we're to keep our so far sterling record intact. Because I can't keep running Doc White's arm into the ground. Or can I? Maybe. But that's what we need to think about for the next episode. So do share your thoughts down below. Do we trade Chance? Do we trade Merkel? Do we force Merkel to learn left field and see how that works out? Do I just try this team one more year to see what happens and let Merkel continue to develop a bit farther? Maybe that's the best solution. Maybe the best solution is letting Merkel like max out his potential and then call him up. Pat Donahue has proven he's probably a better backup than Karish. Do I trade Karish? If so, what do I look for? These are all really good questions that I just don't have answers to at the moment. But what I do have the answer to is that this is the end of this particular episode. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you are enjoying. We're still on one hell of a roll, and I don't see any reason that the ride has to stop anytime soon. That's now 5 consecutive seasons with more than 100 wins. And it is 7 consecutive National League pennants. We're pretty good. We are pretty good. Brooklyn, you never should have fired me. I think Brooklyn had a really good chance to be really competitive. And it just didn't work out. Oh, c'est la vie. Until next time, this has been Indian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you good day.